Who's she?
An AI. Or maybe one of them.
They look like us?
We don't look anything like this. This is all for your benefit.
What do you really look like?
You wouldn't like it.
Why did you bring us here?
To tell you that.
Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Thanks for clicking on this video. Today I want to watch Three Body Problem episode 5 entitled Judgment Day. I heard this is a good one from the comments. People said that there's some reveals and whatever, and we're due for some reveals because there are still some open threads, such as why shut down that project, what's going on with the physics experiments, collider experiments, the hell's going on with these aliens. We did find out in the last episode that the aliens, I mean, assuming you can believe, I don't know why, but I say this all the time, but I just have this feeling they're gonna trick us at some point. Like this is all a trick, and for some reason I feel compelled to be prepared for a trick. So I don't really trust anything. Anyway, supposedly the aliens are going to arrive in 400 years or something like that. So they're not even really imminently going to be here, according to that. They arrested a bunch of the sort of cult, I guess, or took them in or something. And they got the woman, what's her name? Mrs. Yin, or I forget how to say, I don't remember how to say her name. Then that girl, the one who keeps disappearing, escaped, but she also knows that Jin is the one that kind of brought the cops on them because they just idiotically just went and grabbed her and like tried to escort her out right away. And so she knew. And so, yeah, that's basically what's going on with that. And then Jin was about to tell Pancreas Boy the whole story or something. That was where we were on that, on the phone while she was being taken away to somewhere safe, and they said they were going to get Augie too. So that's seems to be the gist of all that. Yeah, let's get going. I want to see what happens. It was super interesting seeing Evans and her kind of backstory, a little bit more of them hooking up together, and that she's in charge of the, it's very culty, the whole thing, our Lord and all that shit. And then Evans was talking to our Lord and was like telling him the big bad wolf story, and she's like, so you guys sometimes say things that aren't true? We're gonna have to consider this. And he kind of freaked out because she stopped talking to him. But yeah, let's get going. Like, subscribe, comment, and if you like full reactions, the link to my Patreon is down below, and let's do it.
Commodore Williams said I'd find you here.
Is there a problem, sir?
Is this your first command?
That's Jin's husband or boyfriend.
Let me rephrase. This is your first command. Top man in your class at the Royal Naval College. You're on the bell of the ball, aren't you?
Sir, if you're headhunting for MI5...
I don't work for MI5. So what do you think?
What do I think about what, sir?
That.
Fastest destroyer on the water, Sea Viper air defense, best-in-class radar system.
I'm not asking you for the press release. I'm asking what you think.
I think you're not my superior officer, sir. I think I don't have to answer your questions.
Ask yourself why I come all the way to fucking Govan to find you. Why would I, and I'm the busiest man you ever met, spend hours talking to your commanding officers, your college instructors, and every other bud cunt you met along the way?
I'm flattered, sir. But I don't discuss highly sensitive naval operations with strangers.
Well, you could ask to see my ID, and to tell you who I am and where I work. But if you ask to see my ID, I'll know you're a sackless wonder like every other top Navy man I ever met.
May I see your ID, sir?
Wow. What a...
This ship was designed for 20th century conflict, Mr. Wade. It's too expensive for asymmetric encounters with non-state actors. It's too vulnerable to cheap munitions, and it burns 4,000 liters of diesel an hour. If you gave me £1 billion for naval defense, I'd spend it on a few thousand aerial drones instead of that.
Why did you join the Navy?
To defend my country.
What I need you for is far more important.
Is that Jin's? I can't imagine that. That'd be also going after Jin's husband
So they won't come
for help, coincidentally.
So So how do you know they're going to be nice?
Nice.
Usually, when people with more advanced technology encounter people with more primitive technology, it doesn't work out well for the primitives.
You're the good cop?
Depends who you ask. So, 15th of August, 1977, E.T. phoned home. You got a reply from the aliens.
From the Santi listener who received my message.
It told you don't do this. This will be bad for your people, but you did it anyway.
I did.
Why?
Because our civilization is no longer capable of solving its own problems.
No, she's just telling the truth. She told them all that.
Are you sure you want to be taking all those?
They're for anxiety.
I know.
I have anxiety.
I know.
Because people are trying to kill us, and maybe aliens are trying to kill us
I
now.
know, but I'm sure they're not meant to be popped like candy.
Augie, I love you, but can you fuck off?
Now I remember why we stopped living together. Why is Raj not here? Protecting us in his hot little uniform.
He's on some secret mission. I thought I knew Vera's mom. You know, she used to make me gungal potatoes at Oxford when I was feeling homesick. She was like my sweet old auntie.
They're moving us around like with strings. What's the...
Puppets.
Puppets. How do I forget that word? I'm not gonna be a fucking puppet anymore.
So, we're gonna defeat the aliens?
Well, of course it sounds stupid when you say it like that.
Yeah, well.
How long do you think they're gonna keep us here?
Don't know.
I love the fucking dialogue in this show.
For a genius, you don't know much.
You've been very cooperative. Why?
The Lord allowed you to capture me, which means I'm no longer valuable, which means what I know is not a threat.
Does that bother you?
Do I want to believe in my own importance? Of course. I have my vanity. I'm sure you do too. Maybe not in your appearance. But I don't matter anymore. You don't matter. All that matters is this. They are coming.
What about Evans? We're right in assuming he's Vera's father.
Only in the biological sense.
You hit the
Oh, he is.
She never met him. The first time he ever looked at her, she was in her coffin.
I thought I was a shit dad.
I'm sure you are.
When you gave Jin Chung the VR headset, you said it belonged to Vera.
I lied.
Why recruit Jin Chung?
She could be the most capable physicist of her generation.
Oh, she was never even using the headset.
Takes 4 years for a radio signal to get from our planet to their planet, correct? And another 4 to get a response. But from what we can tell, Evans spends most of his life on a ship. So what's he doing? Waiting 8 years for a callback? Unless there is a faster way to communicate. But faster than light communication's impossible.
Impossible for us. I wish I could show you what the future looks like.
20 quid, it won't be as glorious as you're thinking.
Brilliant
Consider yourself a
fucking
student of
conversation.
history? Ever have a DNA test? I have. You know what I am?
Half jackal?
European mutt. Boring as fuck. Except for this bit. I'm 1% Mongolian.
We're practically brothers.
You know what these are, Clarence? Iron stirrups. Almost 1,000 years old. Genghis Khan's army used metal stirrups before anyone else. They fought better on horseback than the enemy. They conquered the world. They fucked everybody. That's why I'm 1% Mongolian. If you were right about Evans keeping a record of his communications with the Santee...
He kept it. It's like the word of the Lord. It's like the Bible to him.
We need that Bible. We need to find out everything we can about these cunts. We've got 400 years to come up with a plan, but we can't plan without intelligence.
We need to find out what kind of stirrups they got. It's a hostage operation, except the hostage is a hard drive or whatever they put their records on. It's somewhere on Judgment Day. That's the only safe place to keep it. We don't know how many people are on board. Could be over 1,000.
Traitors to humanity.
Including kids.
Yeah, it's a shame that parents betray their own species. But there it is.
How do we neutralize everyone aboard the ship without damaging the data? If you're thinking special forces, it'll be a fucking bloodbath, and they'll probably have time to destroy the drive or whatever before our lads will get him.
Yeah, it's a non-starter.
Missile strike? Could end up blowing the bit that we need.
You're giving me your shite ideas, Clarence.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you want a good idea? Fun fact. Did you know the Judgment Day just booked a slot at the Panama Canal Authority for next month?
The Judgment Day is the name of the boat. I'm gathering that. I guess we heard that before.
Morale, see, people are worried. Of course they are. A moment like this is a great test of faith. We always thought the Lord was watching over us. Unlike the mythical gods our species has conjured up, our Lord truly watches over us. But the raid in England, I don't understand. You have a cat, don't you? Does your cat understand why we're sailing across the Atlantic? Forgive me. The Lord speaks with me every day. This raid was no surprise. If our comrades in England were captured or killed, that is all part of the Lord's plan. Yes, yes, of course.
I mean, we do know that that's sort of... They have a lot of power, but is that really true? Can they stop?
My lord, I understand if silence is part of the plan, but I continue to serve you. We continue to serve you. We never lied to you, Lord. Please speak to us again.
He's freaking out.
Please, my lord.
Scary.
Oh, it's a good one, this one.
Holy shit, why would you sneak up on me like that?
We need you to resume production on the nanofibers.
The fuck?
Do you want justice for Jack?
Yes, and it's your job to get
I'm
it.
just asking you to go back to work.
Oh, it's easy for you to say. You didn't plant a time bomb in your brain.
You're scared. I get it. You're right to be scared. But we have got one shot to stop these fuckers, and I need your help.
What are my nanofibers gonna do against them?
I can't tell you that.
So you just want me to trust you?
Yes.
Oh, maybe that's why they wanted her to stop working on it, because they're kind of a threat to them somehow.
Do you want to smoke?
I can't smoke in here.
Oh dear, I get in trouble.
Oh my god, I need a drink. Wow.
That's me.
What is it?
Whiskey.
It's nasty.
Can't afford the good shit.
Dude, this dialogue in this show is so good. I need a drink. Psst. Take another drink. Holy fuck balls. Maybe nothing happens when a countdown goes down.
The numbers. Why didn't they come back?
I think the Lord stopped protecting his flock.
You've 6 days to complete an engineering project. When you've succeeded, there'll be no medals.
You don't think it's weird that he chose Jin's boyfriend to lead the mission?
Yes, okay.
Everything he does is weird.
Oh, hey, Saul. Hey, strange person. Hey, bud. I'm sorry to bother you on holiday. It's just that it's rather urgent, given the scale of the bequeathment.
Is that a real word?
It is.
Sorry, I'm super high.
My client, Mr. Rooney, has left you half of his estate.
Ah, what a trip.
Shit.
You want it?
I think you know what Jack would have wanted. Find the best oncologist on the planet, find the latest treatments.
Too late for all
give
that.
yourself a shot. How do you know it's too
I've
late?
got a second opinion, Saul. I'm not a fucking idiot. The time I've got left, I don't want to just fucking fly around getting jabbed and prodded and scanned. I just want to, like, look at the sky, you know?
I get it. I did the same thing.
Wow. What a trip.
Connection of portside fibers commencing in 10 minutes.
Okay, once the fibers are at full tension, we can retract the sheets.
Another layer of rust. Make it look like it's 30 years old.
They're doing something with the fibers at the Panama Canal.
26 hours to Judgment Day.
Gonna cut the boat in half with it.
How many people are on board?
We don't know.
Anybody from the Canal Authority?
The pilot.
Is there any way that we can warn him?
You know how many people died building this canal? Nobody does. Best estimates are between 5 and 20,000. It was a real shit show, but those poor fucks kept digging until it was done. And which do you think is more important to the human race? A canal or defeating an enemy coming to our world to take it for themselves?
The latter.
I don't trust her. Triple check all her work.
He's worried she's gonna sabotage it because she's
How many people are on that ship?
I don't know. If the systems are fully automated, it could be a pretty small crew.
Just give me a guess.
I don't know.
Well, maybe it won't work.
Why wouldn't it work?
Because we've never made fibers this long before. We don't even know if the supports will hold.
The supports will hold.
You want it to work.
Of course I want it to work.
Even though you don't know how many people we're going to kill? You don't know anything about them. You don't know who they are, what their names are, or why they deserve to die.
But I know it's important. They wouldn't have sent us
They?
all this...
Who's they? Wade? Who the fuck is Wade? Who are Wade's bosses? They are telling us to kill people we don't know for reasons that we don't know. And you're just like, yeah? Cool?
He's a military guy.
I'm not like you.
Yeah,
I didn't sign up for this.
exactly.
You understand this stuff better than I do. You're military. So what do you think is happening?
I think we're at war.
Well, I'm very interested in this. Ooh. That's what the canal looks like in places. It's that narrow. Going right by a old Mayan temple.
That's the last one. Let's go.
Charlie, Charlie 1, all call signs go.
I mean, they're just gonna slice through the boat? And all the people? Is it just a bunch of these fibers stretched across? I mean, there's a bunch of children on the boat, too.
Where's it come?
The fuck? Oh my god. And then why didn't the countdown come back? Attention!
It's not working.
It is working. It's working, it's just so...
Why isn't it working?
It is.
Yeah. Watch. Yeah. I knew that was gonna happen.
What was that?
I don't know. Did we schedule a fire drill?
Oh my god. That's her head. How can she's not gonna be able to handle this? That's so fucking wild. She did not think weapon.
We're under attack. Sir!
Ah, God. Evans can't escape.
Forgive me, my lord.
Wow. Well, I killed a lot of motherfuckers. Wow. That's fucking wild. Unbelievable.
Congratulations, Dr. Salazar.
Shit. Oh my fucking god. How are they gonna explain this fucking thing to anyone that looks at it? So I guess they can pick through it. She's gonna see dead body parts everywhere. Dead children. Wow. What a trip. I mean, originally they hadn't conceived of weaponizing this thing. As far as we know. This is the thing. What is it?
Still nothing?
It's only been 2 weeks.
Only?
I told Wade.
How long's it gonna take?
Assuming quantum encryption 20 years ahead of ours, median time would be 3.8 trillion years.
Don't fuck about. Well, it's worth fuck all if you can't get out what's inside.
Brute force cryptography just isn't gonna...
What's happening there?
What happened?
It's open.
You didn't do anything. It opened because they want us to see what's inside.
28 gigs of text and media files?
Isn't that less than my phone?
Maybe not your phone.
What about that?
Not familiar with the file type. It's 100 petabytes.
Oh, it's a shitload.
Means 100 million gigabytes.
That's more than my phone.
Anyway, sorry for your loss. Although it sounds like he wasn't much help around the house. You said your space friends...
Brutal.
...break up their organization and get our hands on you. Did they let us do this too?
Yes.
Why? Why would they let us destroy their ship and kill your boyfriend?
Their reasons are beyond my ability to comprehend. That's all right. I know they're coming to save us from ourselves.
Be careful with what you know. That's where most people's troubles begin. I know some things too.
You're here to shatter my belief, but it's stronger than you are.
You've gone from no to believe in half a minute. But that's okay. Faith's good. I have faith too. Faith that when they get here, we're going to wipe them out.
Your faith seems even more ridiculous to me than mine must to you.
Ah, well, that goes back to what I know. Things you'd like to know.
What is that?
This is what we got off the Judgement Day. It's a recording of the conversations between Evans and your Lord here. We put together the best bits. Have a listen. Find out what your space friends really are and what they really think of you.
Can't you ever say anything that you know to be false? Can't you lie?
You do this? We think we understand now. We cannot coexist with liars. We are afraid of you.
My lord, are you there?
Wow. Wow.
Hey, this is Raj. Leave a message after the beep.
Little does she know, Raj and Augie have been hanging out.
Oh, what the
murdering people.
What are you doing here?
Picking you up.
What? What for?
Most people would be flattered that their boss came to pick them up for work.
You're not my boss. Hey,
Commander Varma tells me you understand extra dimensions, higher dimensions.
when did you talk to Raj?
I talk to him all the time. I talk to all my employees all the time.
Okay, he's in the Royal Navy, buddy. Unless you're the King of England, he's not your employee.
He never mentioned that he works for me. Good. Higher dimensions. You understand that kind of thing?
Nobody really understands that kind of thing. Our brains evolved in 3 dimensions, not 10. To the extent we are capable of understanding them, yes, I do.
The result of your boyfriend's last mission leads us to believe we may be in need of this kind of understanding.
Well, I don't know anything about his last mission. I haven't been able to get in touch with him. Where was he?
You're very pushy.
I'm pushy.
Maybe you shouldn't be working for me after all.
I don't work for you.
Okay, you're the boss.
Why do you want to know about higher dimensions?
Does the word cell phone mean anything to your boss? They want to show us something.
What?
Dunno. What do we do now?
You prepare yourself for something very strange.
I've heard that.
No, I mean very strange.
I'm sure I'll manage. Jesus, fuck.
Yep.
Wow.
Who's she?
An AI. Or maybe one of them.
They look like us?
We don't look anything like this. This is all for your benefit.
What do you really look like?
You wouldn't like it.
Shit.
Our species is doomed.
Why?
How long will the fleet take to reach Earth?
400 years.
Human beings have existed for over 100,000 years. It took you 90,000 years to get from hunter-gatherer to farmer. After that, how long did it take you to become industrialists?
About 10,000 years.
Atomic power.
200 years.
Computers. The information age.
50 years.
And how long do you think it took us?
A lot longer. Our planet is stable.
It will be 400 years before we reach you. By the time we do, you will have long surpassed us.
Unless you figure out a way to disarm us. Have you?
Yes, we are going to kill your science. We will do it with our sophons.
What is a sophon?
It's a proton, one we have turned into a sentient computer.
You can't make a computer that small.
The universe has more dimensions than the 3 we occupy. They are hidden, folded up far too small for us to see. When we unfold its higher dimensions, even a tiny proton becomes something very large indeed.
The fuck? The fuck, dude?
We make a mind as large as a world. Sophon, are you awake? Awake and aware. I understand my purpose. I am ready to return to my original size. Please proceed. We used all our resources to make 4 sophons. Each pair is entangled, connected on the quantum level. 2 remain with us. The other 2 we've sent to you. Everything they see and hear, we see and hear at the same time. A proton has virtually no mass.
Wow.
Accelerating them to nearly light speed is easy. Even you can do that. We sent them to your planet, to the places where your best minds explore reality at its most fundamental level.
Holy shit.
The answers to your questions will become chaotic and meaningless. The universe will remain a mystery to you forever. In place of truth, we give you miracles. We make you see what we want you to see. We are everywhere, always watching, learning all your secrets, uncovering your lies. And we will teach you how to fear again.
Oh, fucking shit. Oh, shit. What's happening? You better quit smoking weed. What does it say? Oh my god. Holy fuck shit. Oh, it's a mirroring kind of everything. The fucking eye. Oh, that's who that is. This is fucked up. How can I not binge watch this? God. Holy mother of God. We are fucked. We are bugs. Dude, that's very scary. So that's interesting. That explained a lot. So it didn't, I mean, did they... Okay. So one way they know everything, and I guess the way they can communicate instantly is through this proton entanglement thing they're doing. And so they've got that. They can do instantaneous communication using entanglement. Okay, that's fun. That's a fun idea to just. Because the funny thing about this is they don't really. Because I think about sci-fi a lot. I like to think about writing sci-fi, and one thing you kind of can do in this case, for example, I mean, I don't know how much the books go into it, but you sort of don't have to really give a detailed explanation of things. You know, you can kind of just go, you know, entanglement, blah blah blah, instant communication. Yeah, okay, because it's one of those things that seems feasible, plausible, possibly plausible. But so anyway, so let's say that, so they're doing the instantaneous communication, and now they've got their 2 protons, which are running around the globe, able to And then they're making the scientific results come up nonsense to stop us from being able to do science, to stop us from being able to explore the world, because they're concerned that because of our rapid increase in knowledge, that by the time they arrive in 400 years, we will have surpassed them technologically and will be able to defeat them. So they're going to stop our science from proceeding by not allowing the universe to give us, results of our, proper measurement results and whatnot, so we won't be able to do science. That's a trippy fucking idea. And they've sort of got the two ideas we had is we're concerned about you being liars, and we need to teach humanity how to fear again. That's the other thing. So like, we will teach you how to fear again. And then the next thing that happens is you are bugs, which is very scary. And then this, I don't know, I guess the Proton is somehow becomes kind of an AI and they're able to somehow go in and unfold the small dimensions that the protons kind of live in and make the proton become something big. And so therefore, I guess that's sort of what's surrounding our planet right now. How am I expected not to just watch the next episode? But I've already backed myself up with a lot of stuff. But holy shitballs. That was a great episode. That whole thing with the nanofibers killing that ship was intense. Such a trippy. I mean, it basically played out what you thought it was going to do. But I began to have my doubts as they built up to that moment. You're kind of like, and then when he goes, it's not doing anything, why isn't it working? And she's like, it is working. It's like, because it's just too small. It's just cutting through and nothing's being noticed yet. Oh, it was such a fucking trip. But it still kind of begs the question, so maybe the aliens, I guess what it looks like is the aliens knew that the nanofibers could be used to hurt their cult. And so maybe they can tell the future kind of by knowing everything that they know or whatever. And so that's why they maybe stopped production on the nanofibers and then changed their mind, which is why when she started production again and the clock didn't come back, it's because he said something like maybe they changed their mind or something like that. And maybe they did, because at that point Evans had already had that conversation where he's kind of like, where they were like, we're going to have to consider this. We're going to stop talking to you for a while we figure out what we're going to do. And that all stemmed from him telling them about lies, being able to lie, which was a concept they were unaware of. Also, the other great line was, he was like, what do you really look like? And she's like, you wouldn't like it. It's like, oh shit. This is for your benefit. What do you really look like? You wouldn't like it. Just like, oh my god. And then, alright, so there's all that, and then, what else? I guess Jin and Augie haven't really spoken. Well, now that they both made these giant revelations, had these giant revelations about what's going on, or Ash, is that what his name is? Jin's boyfriend? Fuck, man. So interesting. Well, and that I guess also explains the universe being able to wink out. Basically, they're able to control our perception of reality somehow with this proton entanglement thing. So well. And then the other thing the thing I kept mentioning, it's just the dialogue is so funny and good and very realistic, I love it. I love the dialogue in this show. It's unbelievable how well written it is. I think, like, for all characters, all the characters talking to everybody else all the time, the dialogue's good. I like that boss guy, you know, who's sort of, he reminds me of like Sean Connery or something. He's not exactly that, but he kind of has that sort of, who is he? Why do I know him? I guess I know him from something, because I definitely recognize him. He's it's on the tip of my tongue almost. Anyway, it's so good. So good, so good, so good. Alright, well, I don't know what to say. I have to get back to you on this. Alright, well, yeah. Is there anything else to say? How many episodes are there? That'd be an interesting thing to know. There's only 8, and then I just watched 5, so okay, there's only 3 more episodes. Shit. It's definitely going to end on a cliffhanger, I bet. Because I think it's a trilogy. 3 more episodes. Holy fuck. Alright, well, thanks for watching, and like, subscribe, comment, and if you like full reactions, the link to my Patreon is down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.